Sabes mi amor, pórtate bien, no debes llorar. Sabes mi amor, Santa Cruz llegó a la ciudad. Todo lo apunta, todo lo ve, sigue los pasos de donde esté. Santa Cruz llegó a la ciudad.
I wanted to recognize some dignitaries that are here this evening. I wanted to recognize City Councilman Thomas Hosea, Colonel Mendonca, our Central Falls community police officers, Chief Robert Bradley from the Fire Department, Ed Huttenhauer, Director of the SBDC, and of course our special guests, Mr. and Mrs. Claus. I would like to take this opportunity to highlight some positive and successful events in the city of Central Falls during the past month. October was a special month for us at Navigant Credit Union as we celebrated International Credit Union Day on October 19th. We recognize that as a credit union, community is our lifeblood. As part of our commitment to the community of Central Falls, we surprised our partners in Pawtucket and Central Falls with cookie trays to celebrate their efforts. We appreciate their hard work and dedication to make this community a better place. Round of applause. Navigant Credit Union sponsored and participated in the annual Pink Tea organized by the YWCA, which took place on October 20th. And members of the community learned about the importance of cancer prevention and awareness. Navigant was proud to be the main sponsor of Halloween in the Park on October 31st. Navigant Credit Union donated lots of candy, and it was great to see the smiling faces on all of the children's faces in Central Falls. We also sponsored and celebrated Hispanic Heritage Month at the Center for Women in Enterprise. This year, the Center for Women in Enterprise hosted a small business roundtable featuring Rhode Island Secretary of State Nelly Golbea. Navigant Credit Union hosted the Broad Street Initiative meeting right here in our Central Falls community room on November 9th, and it was a wonderful event. Navigant Credit Union on November 21st participated in the annual donation of turkey baskets at McCoy Stadium in Pawtucket for families in need. On November 23rd, Thanksgiving Day, Navigant Credit Union was one of the sponsors of the community Thanksgiving meal that took place at the Knights of Columbus and the Holiday Express, where around 600 families enjoyed a free turkey meal. As it is plain to see, we have been very busy this year, and Navigant Credit Union continues to pledge to support the small business owners and the community of Central Falls. We at Navigant Credit Union are committed to offering our community and small business owners the needed resources for growth and development. It is amazing how today we celebrate 6 years of business owners meetings. Now that is a huge accomplishment. These meetings are possible because of each and every one of you. As the years continue to pass, I encourage all of you to continue to be proactive in our community. Let your voice be heard. Take advantage of all the resources that we here at Navigant are committed to providing you with. Our goal will remain the same, and we will continue to work hard to provide you with the education, resources, and networking opportunities you need to continue to thrive. As we come to a close of 2017, I wish you all a happy holiday and continued success in 2018 from all of us here at Navigant Credit Union. Thank you. Gracias. So now, we're going to have community announcements, and the first person that I would like to ask to come up is Tina Sullivan.
Yes, Tina.
So those that don't know me, I'm the Executive Director at the Central Falls Housing Authority. In February, I was diagnosed with a brain tumor, glioblastoma. And it has been a long and trying few months, and hopefully it's all going very well, I hope. So I'm here today to announce that the City of Central Falls is going to be holding a tree lighting ceremony next Tuesday the 12th. And directly after that, we're going to be sponsoring an ugly sweater walk on behalf of myself around the block. And all donations go to the Dana-Farber Cancer Institute for Research. I'd like to welcome all of you. I've left some flyers on the table over here. You can walk, and we're requesting, a nominal donation of $10. But if you cannot do that, that's fine. Just join us in our walk and support me. So I am brain tumors. Or you can go online at GoFundMe, and if you look at that flyer, there's a little website of where you can donate. So thank you, and I hope to see you all next Tuesday.
Thank you, Tina. I look forward to walking beside every single one of you on that day. All right? The next person I would like to call up is Major Daniel Barzakowski from the Holiday Express.
Thank you, Angie. I'm gracious to have the opportunity to come and speak to all the business owners here about the Holiday Express. A lot of you are already aware of it, but I want to share some of the information in regards to it and invite you to get involved. Give you a little background. The Holiday Express started 9 years ago, but originally the efforts for what we were doing for our community started about 30 years ago when the Central Falls Crime Stoppers decided to adopt 8 families in the city that were less fortunate and deliver toys, food, decorations, and in some cases even furniture. So at that time, many organizations within the community were doing different efforts to help people there in the holiday season. Fortunately, we were able to bring all those organizations together and we formed a team that we call the Holiday Express. Together, we've been able to positively impact many more families in need. Just name a few of our team members of the Central Falls Police and Fire Departments, the Wyatt Detention Facility, Central Falls School Department, Aramark Food Services, of course, Navigant Credit Union, Children's Workshop, St. Joseph's Church, the Knights of Columbus, TOPS, and the City of Central Falls Mayor's Office, just to name a few, as well as many local independent residents come together to make our efforts work. Just go over a few things we've done in the past and we hope to continue to do. This past year we provided, as Angie mentioned, turkey dinners during Thanksgiving Day for the 600 residents in our community. It was our greatest turnout yet. We hope to keep that going and make sure that no families go hungry on that day. We're going to help partner with the Parks and Recreation to make sure our tree lighting is great, and we will be there to support Tina's ugly sweater walk. That's a definite. We're all breaking out our ugly sweaters, so that should be interesting. We're going to be partnering with Aramark Food Services to provide a Christmas dinner at the high school for all the older children, and there we'll be able to provide clothing for them. Some that might not have a warm jacket, gloves, hats, pins. We'll be there to help them with that. One of our big events is going to be the breakfast. It's going to be on December 17th. We traditionally we serve over 1,500 breakfasts to families. Every child that comes will get a free book, an opportunity to take a picture of Mr. and Mrs. Claus, as they're always there supporting us. They'll get a toy, and they'll get an opportunity to engage our community as well. One of the other things that we started, as our organization grows every year, we started with one-day events, and now we're up to a whole week of them. Something we started last year and we're going to be expanding is we did a home decoration contest. where Navigant was nice enough to offer gifts to our top 3 finishers in the best decorated houses in Central Falls. And this is where all of you come in, because this year we're extending it to our business owners. The intent is obviously to help beautify the city even more than it already is, and help decorate the entire city for the holiday season. So we're going to ask everyone here to compete. There's flyers at the front. I'm also going to leave a list of our events on the desk here in the back. And please take an opportunity and decorate your business for the holidays. You might have a chance to win the top 3, and then we'll be mailing you a little visit to give you a little gift from Santa and Mrs. Claus for competing in that competition. And obviously, you know, our overall goal is to make the experience of the holidays available to everybody in our community, and to make sure everyone has an opportunity to come together. So if you'd like to get involved in our organizations, volunteering some time, if you want to make a donation, if you're trying to get involved, it's a great opportunity to positively impact the residents of our community. And you're all invited. And please take the opportunity to compete in the house decorating and the business decorating competition. It's open to all of our residents and business owners. And on behalf of Holiday Express, I just want to thank you and say happy holidays.
Thank you so much, Major. And I would like to ask Oscar Mejias to please come forward.
Hello, thank you Angie, and thank you Navigant for this opportunity, for this big and beautiful event. I want to extend an invitation for an event in next January, which is the Rhode Island Economic Summit. This is an event where all the small business will have the opportunity to come together in different groups to discuss and talk about issues that we can find when we are doing our business, and that can affect the development of our business. That event will be held at Bryan University. This is in 1150 Douglas Pike, Smithfield, Rhode Island, and that will be in Friday, January 5th, 2018, from 7:30 a.m. to 1 p.m. Registration is required. The fee for the registration is $35. There are some opportunities as every year. Navigant Credit Union provides some sponsorship. So if you are interested in be part of this very important event, you can communicate with Sandra or Angie Rivera, or even you can send us a message to the Rhode Island Hispanic Chamber of Commerce in our Facebook page. In this event, there will be several groups. We will be talking about economic development, about healthcare, about taxes and budget, about regulations, emerging market, which is a very important group that will be hosted by Sandra Cano, by myself. So we will be bringing together all the issues related with the minority business. Okay, we include minority, LGBTQ, disabilities, veterans, etc. So the group of the emerging market try to bring together all and bring to the table the issues that we can find in the development of our business. The other group will be mainstream and workforce development. I think that this kind of events are very important because we have opportunity to express the issues that we find every day in the development of our business. So again, this event is hosted by the U.S. Small Business Administration and the Center for Women and Enterprise. January 5th, Friday, 2018, 7:30 a.m., 1 p.m. in Bryan University. Remember, it's necessary to register the website. The fee is $35. If you want a sponsorship, will be available, provided by the Navigant Credit Union. One more time, thank you very much, and in the name of the Rhode Island Hispanic Chamber of Commerce, happy holidays.
Thank you, Oscar. And now I would like to ask Elvis Reese to please come up.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Elvis Ruiz, and I'm the Chief Program Development in charge of the Supplier Diversity Office at the Rhode Island Department of Administration, Office of Diversity, Equity, and Opportunity. I would like to thank Navigant Credit Union for the opportunity, allowing me to invite you for an important event that we are going to have next week. It is going to be for all the businesses that would like to become certified by the state as a minority business enterprise, women business enterprise. So next week at the Cape Verdean Community Development Center here in Pawtucket, we are going to have this training. It's going to be from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. So I'm going to stay until the end. So if you are interested in certifying your business, or if you have information about your friends who do you think will benefit from this certification, please come see me so I can provide you with more information. Thank you very much. Have a great evening. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Elvis, and thank you to all of our partners for your community announcements. They are greatly appreciated. Now I would like to ask the Vice President of Community Development and my boss, Randall Sacalato, to come forward.
Oh, I can see you now. Felices fiestas. Feliz Navidad, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. Welcome. Buenas tardes.
Buenas noches.
Oh, buenas noches. So you knew I couldn't get it all right. I'd like to thank you all for being here. I'd like to thank two special people. I have the privilege of working with two amazing women. They're right there hugging each other right now. Angie Rivera, who you know is running our Central Falls efforts and is the face of Navigant in all the places that you see. And Sandra, who is no stranger as well, even though she's spending a lot of her time, or most of her time, in Pawtucket, our neighboring city. She is working there, but they work together. And again, I have a privilege. I'd like to give them a hand because they are make it easy. So it's great to see you all here. We're going to talk a little bit about why we're here. Talk a little bit about the business owners meetings. We're going to review a little bit of the resources and the education that was provided over the past 11 months. We're going to show some pictures of you all who have been to these meetings. But we set aside this meeting as a special meeting because it's a time to celebrate. It's a time to celebrate you. Now, you hear a lot about Navigant Credit Union. I think sometimes I almost get a little embarrassed because we read about the things. I hope you understand it's not for our benefit. It's not to brag about what we do. It's just to help inform you and help you understand how committed we are to the communities that we serve. But we're not the only ones. I mean, I look at our colonel, the chief. He comes to almost every meeting, even though he knows if he comes here that maybe someone's got a little problem. Someone maybe has some things that they want to talk to him about. But he spends part of his evening here to be with you. Again, community leader, community committed. Chief Bradley, we all know. Others that come here in the community. I mean, I hope if you can't be with us physically in body, that you'll be with us in spirit next Tuesday. How long have you been at the...
9 years.
9 years, okay? A committed community supporter. And I can't wait to support her, and I think all my sweaters are ugly, to be honest, right? Some of my ties, too. But because it's what we do as a community. Now, this past year has been a difficult year. I know that there are people here who have relatives in Puerto Rico. Horrible, with terrible, terrible natural disasters that happened. Mexico, there's earthquakes. Right now in California, there's fires that are going out of control and people losing houses and lives. There are things that happen that affect us as a community. And we're here to help support that, to help to support you. I know there were some drives And some people contacted us, and we try to do what we can to help support these efforts. If you ever look, for those of you who've been coming for years, whenever you see community, you notice that the U is a capital. Unity. Because unity is together. Right?
Yes.
We're together. We work on problems together. We celebrate together. Right? We're going to talk a little bit about hands and what they can do. Interesting fact, and I'm full of interesting, useless facts, but the city is roughly a square mile. I think I showed a picture of it last year. It's not quite square, but it's about a mile circumference, a little over. And we were talking about how we work to help each other. And I just had this crazy thought of everyone holding hands. I said, well, if everyone in the city, there's over 19,000 residents, if everyone held hands in the city, so you have to average out well, what's the wingspan of a human being, and kids, and tall people, and short people. But when I did the little calculation, we could circle the city 5 times. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine a ring of 5 circles, concentric circles, right around the city? Almost like protection, almost like to be there for other people. 5,000. I mean, 5 times. It was 19,000. Hands can do a lot of different things, correct? A minute ago, we were clapping. A sign of support, a sign of appreciation, a sign of, genuine happiness. They can also be used, and every culture has their own signals, and I'm not going to show you any hand signals, but they can also say some very mean and ugly things. Hands can help someone up. They can shove someone down. We have the power. It's not the hands. It's the heart. Okay? We're going to break up into little groups, and I'm going to ask you to think about what things, whether it's in a business way, whether it's something you could help in someone, how your business could help. Maybe it's something you personally could help. I'm sure Scarlett's got ideas already going on in her head. Is what can your hands do to make a positive contribution to the city of Central Falls in 2018? What could it be? I'm not sure, but I think there'll be some interesting ideas. We're going to split these tables here, the back tables there, these tables here. Angie's going to pass out little hands, and you're going to write those things on, and then the section in the back. We won't forget you. You're also a section just need to talk. We're only going to take a few minutes. I don't think this is going to be difficult, but in your groups, just mention 1 or 2 things. Angie, how many do we want total? Maybe
Not
3?
everybody has to do it. I would say
No,
3
no.
from each group.
Just a couple from each group. Yeah, not everyone. Just your group do 2 or 3. So maybe you agree what you think are the most important of the 3 as you talk. We'll read them quickly, and then we're just going to review the year with the education resources that we were able to give. All right? So, what things, positive things, can your 2 hands do in 2018? I'll be back in 10 minutes.
I have 10.
Sabes, mi amor, pórtate bien, no debes llorar, ya sabes por qué. Santa Claus llegó a la ciudad. Todo lo apunta, todo lo ve, sigue los pasos, estés donde estés. Santa Claus llegó a la ciudad.
I'm going to be asking one representative from each group to stand up. If you want to use the mic, you're more than welcome. If you feel you can project your voice loud enough so everyone can hear, you can do it from your station. And kind of just talk a little bit about what you put down on your hand, and maybe a little bit about why or how you came up with that.
So the first group I'm going to ask is the group over here.
The volunteers.
I don't know who would like to be the representative. Okay, Ed from the SBDC.
Okay, different people came up with several different ideas that, a lot of them involve, a couple of them involve community involvement about voting, building, sharing, teaching, keeping the city clean, support our police and volunteer as much as possible. And another one that ties in with the police department. And from the SBDC to continue to provide business assistance and training to the business community in the area. And the young lady who is sitting next to me, I thought this was very good, about helping young kids with studying.
Wow. All right, round of applause for the table on my right. Okay, table on my left. Who wants to be the spokesperson?
Gonna be the person we're gonna talk on behalf of everybody.
All right.
Our first idea was cleaning the cities and like just cleaning all the streets that need tidying up, and participating in the city events, public events, and like events with the police, fire department, and building affordable houses, painting, reconstructing, all that, and growing more trees, so making the city more, like, making it pop out to like other people that come into the city.
Yeah.
Oh, it was Jorge's birthday yesterday. Happy birthday. How old?
14.
14. How many in here want to be 14 again?
I am donating him. Who wants it?
I think you'd have a lot of takers. Thank you. Thank you. All right, so there's a lot of diversity in some of these answers and stuff. Okay, the center table. Do we have a presenter? All right, encouragement.
So for our table, there were a lot of people that didn't give me their papers, so I'm just going to read.
That's okay, whatever you have, sure.
So the first one that's on here was help the homeless, to give them stuff that they really need for like the winter and stuff like that.
Okay, help the homeless, it's getting cold. Yeah. Okay.
The second one is feed the hungry and homeless.
Okay, feed the hungry as well.
Votar. So vote. I can't really read this stuff. So
That's okay.
It's all right. Does someone else have maybe?
Okay, so I'll help.
Okay.
We said escribir y compartir ideas. So to write and share ideas, to be vocal, no matter what your language. We said create a small business week in Central Falls, just like the restaurant week. Make a small business week in Central Falls. Definitely votar, to vote. Ayudar a los indocumentados, to help the undocumented people that are around us. Hacer jornadas educativas a favor de la buena convivencia, ciudadanía familiar, juvenil, etc. To do gatherings of educational gatherings in favor of how we coexist together, how we share things, our responsibilities as citizens, in families, with youth, that kind of stuff. To be positive, ser positivo. Con campaña de conciencia ciudadana, to do some kind of a movement to educate about citizenship and citizenship conscience, so people become aware of our mutual, individual and collective responsibilities. Responsabilidad social, social responsibility, and environmental things. Reciclar. Be careful with the environment. That's what we had.
and the coveted back pew. The group from the back, not least, but last.
Jillian.
All right. So we said to use your hand to shake the hand of a neighbor, meet a new friend, and start a conversation.
Good idea.
So we help people to make their houses and yards look better, support people to know how to get startup help, and help people that really need it, like use your own skills maybe to help out someone that needs what you can offer.
All right. We have one more group?
Yes. Josie?
Sorry.
Oh,
One more group. No, please.
last but not least,
Yes.
please.
No.
All right, so there were a lot of common threads that we did share within our group. But to be more specific, since we live in the information age of technology, providing technology information assistance, recognizing that our businesses create safe havens for the people in our community, so extending our businesses so they become a place where it becomes like home for people. And ultimately, it's very easy to do one thing, but thinking about how can you continue to stay committed year-round, and even the smallest gestures like being welcoming, or even donating money or donating your time to the community in various different ways.
Thank you all. I don't want to be naive. I hope you don't think I am. We have big issues in front of us, right? I mean, those are great suggestions, but they're addressing very big problems. And there are big problems, but if we only focus on the problems, race relations, equity, inclusiveness, the big issues of homelessness, people in poverty, communications, all these, the environment, growing our businesses, all these huge things. If we focus on that, sometimes I think maybe I'll just pull the covers over my head and not get out of bed, right? But by talking, by sharing, by being able to think about those positive things, I think of all positivos, right? Trying to say we can overcome these things in small ways that can grow into big ways. You know, when I pointed out several of our communities, I was walking around, I said, you know what, I could have mentioned every single one of you in this room, because there's something that you have, that you provide, that you contribute to this community. You're here. Every one of you I could have named and said, thank you. Thank you for your commitment to the community. To spotlight you. We don't have enough time. But thank you. At this time, I'm going to review a little bit of our past year, because the business side of this is we want you to succeed. That's our biggest goal. To provide you with what it takes from our industry's point of view, say, what can we do to help you as you take your business, start your business, grow your business, and move it to a place where you want to be. We talked first about, the very first was we brought the Division of Taxation to this place. They don't do that often, okay? They don't normally come. They ask you to come to them. We had the director of the Division of Taxation and Revenue here in this room, openly realizing that, and there were some people who had serious questions. How do we do this? Why is this like this? Opening themselves up to criticism. Who likes to pay taxes? I don't. No one does, right? But we had them here, and we brought them as a resource, and they volunteered and said, if you have problems, please call us. So if any of you has something that comes up with the tax, contact Angie, contact Sandra, and we will renew those communication lines, because they were serious. And I think that we can use this as leverage in order to reach them if you have some sort of issue. Next was our friends from SBDC to talk about their expertise. We don't do what they do. Yeah, we provide some of the loans, the capital, we grant, we give some general advice. We're not the experts. One of the expert resources we provide is Ed, Manny, people from SBDC who can come and talk to you and actually help you, evaluate your situations, review your business plans, go over your statistics, and actually help you in your business. We're a conduit to try to connect you to people like Ed and the SBDC in advancing your business. Next was I'm struggling, was in June, and we had, I had them written down, I lost them on paper.
Secretary of State?
That was last year.
Oh, that was last year. Well, in October, we had Minolta Kanika Minolta that come and to offer their expertise and their desire as a huge company to say, hey, we've targeted Central Falls. You're one of the communities that we want to invest in and to help see success and growth. And they came and offered their expertise in raffling off prizes and such. Another connection, another resource for you to use for your business.
June was John Gregory.
John Gregory was June. Yes, that's right. That's right. It was the Broad Street Initiative and the
Rhode Island Chamber of Commerce.
Rhode Island Chamber of Commerce and Commerce RI. Right, Commerce RI came up because they had some programs and some grant money that they wanted to make sure that our business owners understood and realized that they could apply for. And again, trying to connect you to the resources and the capital that's out there that's trying to help. We've had CWE, we've had SEED, we've had other organizations, the Tech Secretary of State, again, all trying to help you in helping your business. We celebrated hope. We all wish the pink ribbons and pink buses didn't have to exist, but it's a serious and unfortunate reality. And what we do is we had over several hundred, it was like 200 to 300 kids from local schools who came in here, and we talked about healthy eating habits and different ways that they could make healthy choices in what it is that they were trying to put in their mouths. That's pretty much it. These aren't one-time things. As you see, we've got Kanika Minolta here again. They're here to talk. If you think that you've either missed something or if you said, gee, I didn't need this 6 months ago, but now I do, don't forget to call us. Right? Angie's always available. We've got resources here, we've got commercial lenders here, and we'll figure out what it is that we can do and who it is we need to connect you to in order to help you reach your goals. So once again, at this point, I just want to thank you again for being here. Thank you for your commitment both to the community, to each other. I do wish you a happy holiday, and want to thank you and look forward to seeing you in 2018. At this point now, we want to wrap up. Well, thank you very much.
Él sabe de ti, Él sabe de mí, Dios sabe todo, quien te subí, Santa Cruz.
Alright, so now we're going to do raffle. Change it up a little bit and relax a little bit. So Soha is going to pick the first winning ticket number. We have a ticket. If you don't, please put your hand up if you don't have a ticket. So at least we can give you a ticket. Some cookies, yay! Yay, Jorge! Winning
llegó a la ciudad.
Nestor is winning a wine basket. The next winning ticket number is 327367. A beer basket. The next winning ticket number is 327372. The next winning ticket number is 327354. Salud.
Vida y alegría y mucho más calor.
La misión de Navigant Credit Union siempre ha sido apoyar a nuestra comunidad latina y estamos muy orgullosos de prestarles el mejor servicio y productos que les ayuda a alcanzar sus objetivos financieros.
Seguiremos con este compromiso apoyando a nuestra comunidad latina. Gracias por brindarnos su confianza y apoyo.
¡Felices fiestas!
Y un venturoso 2018
de tus amigos de Navigant Credit Union.